Hello everybody, Christian from Treasure Town here, and I just purchased this collection of Russian coins for $700. It's a big bag of items. There were a few groups involved, but a lot of 5 kopek coins. But there's also some interesting history on this batch of, this was part of what the dealer had offered me, directly. Bunch of 50 kopecks that are silver. So we might start with those, just taking a look at some of the different dates, and then get back to a bunch of the copper. But here's a 1897, and I think that a lot of these, I believe, are Nicholas the Second, Tsar Nicholas the Second, 1896. I think all of them are going to be these later dates, but they're actually pretty expensive or not inexpensive coins. They've got the Russian crest. It's interesting how involved and relatively large the size of the Russian Empire was at this point. But of course they would be brought down by the Bolshevik Revolution not too much later, 1912. Some of these are in pretty nice shape as well, 1896 and 1899. So I think we factored those in at like 30 bucks a piece, which could have been a little, oh, and there's some interesting edge lettering there. It says 2, but not much more in terms of lettering that I'm super familiar with. We can just go through the 5 kopecks. 1783, it looks like they're all, I believe, Catherine the Great. There's a 1771, and these are some of my favorite for, collectors who are just getting into some of the crazy world history that's out there. 1764 are these neat 5 kopek coins, and most of all of this is really I'd purchased with a resale mentality. These are often during the Revolutionary War. That one's got a big cut through it. There's a 1776 year of independence for the United States, of course. Here's a larger one, 1833. That's a bit later as well. 10 kopek coin. So looks like there's already, if you compare the size, a little bit of inflation going on. Though that's only, 60 years. So that's a pretty good rate of inflation, only doubling after 60 years. I think we could use that. There's a 1782. And then this one, I don't think I can't tell if that's original mint luster or if that's been cleaned a touch, but it's a nice 1780, very vibrant looking 5 kopek coin. Just a massive amount of history. That's a better one back there. And this one looks nice too, 1794. Right here, I think these often trade for at least sort of double or 3 times the Catherine the Great ones. This is an early 1800s 5 kopek, which is great. Behind it, that one, this could be a 5 kopek as well in a smaller denomination, and these, both of them are in pretty nice shape. Behind us, we still have, we'll cover those ones later. This one looks like a nice 1841 2 kopecks, and these are often, some of them are pretty worn, 1852 2 kopecks, but some of these are quite sharp as well. 1840 2 kopek, 1837, and the Russian items are just often interesting. They have nice coin designs and can be acquired at a reasonably inexpensive price, 1845 kopek, compared to, U.S. coins of that time frame, 1840 half kopek. Let's see, 1852. That might be like a Polit, something, a Denga or something along those lines. Maybe Denga. There's a kopek coin. I think that actually was a Denga. This also, I think, is a Denga if it's not a half Denga. Politinka or something like that. 1731. Bronze. There's also, that looks like 1737, 1842, but some early types in this batch. Doesn't seem like anything's later than the Civil War, which is nice just to have, that older coin legacy. Here, I would guess that this thing is maybe a quarter, 1795, probably a quarter kopek from Russia, but a beautiful horse portrait. That's actually one of my favorite coins of the batch. And then these just look like a mix of, there's a quarter. That one kind of looks, I can't tell if it's overstruck or double struck, because it looks like there's some undertype there. That one's fascinating. Probably, to quote Spencer Miller, our ancients guy, worthy of further study. Half kopek right there, 1843. A quarter kopek, 1840. 1841. Maybe that's just also how these coins arrive, but, and you can see the different, that one is probably, well, I don't even know if it's Alexander the First but they all have their royal crown and insignia in the back. And then here we've got a bunch more 1780, 1763. I think that's the first year for Catherine the Great on the 5 kopecks. 1789, 1785, 1779, 1792, with a little bit of incrustation, a 1764, a 1769, and finally a 1778. So really nice mix across the board. Bunch of interesting types. We've got a lot of 5 kopecks, which I'd been running very low on them, so very pleased with this purchase just from that perspective. But we also have a bunch of Russian sort of minor copper coins to round things out, which I think is going to be very fun. And then I haven't really ever gotten the chance to offer many of the silver items in my whatnot sales, and so that could be super fun and you know, a good mix of coins as well. We'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching the video. Make sure to head on over to treasuretown.com and sign up for our email list to stay up to date on everything that's happening, whether it's auction updates, exciting new inventory drops, coin collecting news, or general informational resources. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on another one.